You don't actually need more protein to get stronger after 50. There, I said it. Most people already eat enough protein to maintain the muscle mass they already have. But without the right training signal, the body has no reason to keep that muscle, so it slowly disappears over time. And today I'm going to prove that to you with real life examples of people who didn't modify their diet, got actually stronger. And these people range from 60 to about 75 years old. You see, people try to fix their muscle loss by eating more protein, and supplement companies always insist that you need more protein, but they don't tell you need to strength train to stimulate more muscle growth, because that is the only thing that tells the body to hold on to and build more muscle. In this video, I'm going to explain to you when protein matters, when it doesn't, why training quality is the real driver of strength and muscle gain after the age of 50. I'm also going to share with you 3 simple exercises that you can do at home or in the gym to give you the biggest return for your effort when it comes to strength training. I'm certain that if you train these movements hard enough with consistency, they're more than enough to get you stronger and build some muscle. If you haven't met yet, I'm Gavin. I co-own New Zealand's only fitness studio for people over the age of 40, and strength training and personal training is what I do all day long. The reason I'm making this video is that I see many people that come into our fitness studio always insisting they need to start taking protein, okay? And I'll be honest with you, I've trained nearly 1,000 people over the last sort of 10 to 12 years, all between 40 and about 94 years old. And there are dozens and dozens and dozens of people that have come in the gym and got super strong, and they never ever modified their diet. So that tells me you don't need tons of protein to get stronger and build muscle. Now, when does extra protein really matter in your diet? So in my experience and the way I see the world, it only matters if you are super consistent, that you're training hard in the gym. And I'm talking you're going to failure, you're going past failure in the gym, okay? And you're doing a whole range of, big compound exercises, okay? And you've got some really good goals to get strong and put on lots of muscle. And the third thing is that you're not able to recover. So let's just say that you go into the gym for maybe 6 months, 12 months, a year, whatever that is, and you've hit the plateau, you can't get stronger, you're not able to recover, you're super consistent. And that is probably the time that you need to start adding in more protein to your diet, because simply you got to the point where your current level of protein intake, your current level of effort of what you're doing is stopping you progressing, okay? So that is kind of where I see where it matters the most. It could be that you're undernourished, so you're very, very skinny, let's say, and you're not very strong, not very weak, and you may need that extra thing. But there's not many people like that. Most people that we deal with in the gym are a little bit overweight, okay? And they're eating so many calories anyway that they're getting way more protein than they think they are in the first place. And when we start to track their calories through MyFitnessPal or through our app, we can actually see their protein intake is actually very high. So they don't need extra protein. They just need to be in the gym, being consistent, doing what they need to do. So when it doesn't matter to somebody, let's just say you never picked up a weight before, you're not exercising, you're not going to the gym, you don't need to eat more protein. Yes, it's true that as you get older, that we don't process protein as much as we used to when we're younger. But if you're not training, there's no real signal to build muscle. Therefore, you're already doing enough protein anyway throughout your diet, unless obviously you've been told by maybe a dietitian that you need to eat more protein. So it doesn't really matter if you're not training. You're more than likely getting enough protein in your diet anyway. I want to quickly tell you about one of my clients. She's 75. Her name is Rhonda. The Rhonda is a place in Wales called the Valleys, and the nurse that brought her into this world in New Zealand, it was actually from there. So that's a pretty cool story anyway, right? But what I want to show you with her is that she is quite a lean lady, and I'm going to put a screen of just a screenshot of an exercise that she's been doing for a while, okay? It's a dumbbell floor press, okay? And it's a chest press exercise building on your chest and triceps. So I took a snapshot of that, okay? She went from 4 kilos or less than when she first started. She was not very strong. And now, about a year later, it's taken time, she's now pushing 9 kilo dumbbells, all right? That is a big, significant increase in weight that's being used. And I can tell you for a fact she did not modify her diet. I can see what she was eating before, and she's eating very similarly to what she was a year ago. So she got stronger without eating more protein. She doesn't need to, because what she's doing is already working. The next person that we've got is Carolyn. She's in her 50s, very slim lady, has not modified her diet, and she's been doing a leg exercise, and she started using 5 kilo dumbbells when she started. Now she's using 9 kilo dumbbells. So the fact that she's gone from 5 to 9 shows that she's got stronger, and there was no extra protein anywhere near her diet. And the third person we got is Ian, who you can see that he was doing about 90 kilos on this exercise with a lat pull down, which is a big back exercise. And now he's lifting just over 95, just under 95 kilos. Again, hasn't changed his diet, all right? So you can see from those examples, I've got tons and tons of these examples. So we've tracked all of our clients over the course of many years. You can get stronger without supplementing or eating extra protein. Now, as promised, I'm going to share with you the 3 main exercises that you can do, if the bare minimum that you're going to do, and I'm going to personally train you for a couple of minutes to show you how to do these exercises. Now, if you would like a full body workout that's designed for people over 40, okay, there's a few more exercises than just 3. All you need to do is comment strength down below. I will send that to you absolutely free. It's been downloaded 10,000 times, and I've got some fantastic feedback on that, okay? So comment strength if you want a full plan. Otherwise, come with me, and let's show you these 3 exercises. Now, the first exercise we got is a deadlift, okay? Now, deadlift is just a pattern. There are many, many ways to do a deadlift. You could use barbells or kettlebells or bands or whatever. I'm going to show you a dumbbell version. And the deadlift, it basically works on all the major muscles of the body, probably just not your chest and the fronts of your shoulders, okay, but it hits your back, your glutes, your legs, your calves, your shoulders, okay, your grip. It's a fantastic exercise. And the way you're going to do it is that you're going to grab a pair of dumbbells, okay, and there's a couple of things I want to walk you through first so you can get this exercise right. The first one is the hip hinge. Now, our hips are actually a hinge, right? So I want you to push your bum to the back of the wall, and you can see my back is nice and flat there. And as I take my hips back, the dumbbells go down towards my knees, and when they get to my knees, I'm just gonna bend my knees. And when I come to about here, where the dumbbells are about mid-shin, I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna look forward, and imagine somebody's grabbing my chest. I'm gonna stand up nice and straight. Again, tempo is important. It's gonna be 2 to 3 seconds down. 1, 2, 3, pause, stand up nice and tall. Repeat that. 1, 2, 3, down and back up, all right? Now, if you're using a weight that is heavy enough for you to struggle at 12 to 15 reps, you're going to be in the perfect zone, the perfect intensity to start stimulating some muscle growth, okay, and for you to get stronger. If you can do 30 reps, the weight is too light and you need to make the weight a little bit harder for yourself, right? Because that is not going to do a lot for you. If you stop at 15 when you can do 30, you're not stimulating the muscles enough for them to get stronger. Now, the second exercise we're going to look at is more of a upper body pushing exercise, okay? And the press up or assisted press up is probably one of the best ones you can do, certainly if you're working out at home. And what we're going to do, we're going to use a bench to do this, all right? Now, you can use a sturdy chair or a couch, doesn't really matter, but to make sure it's going to hold your weight, all right? So with an incline press up, what you're going to do, you're going to put your hands on the bench and you take a big step back and you're up on your tippy toes this way. And you're going to keep your chest up, shoulders down, and you're going to make sure that your core is nice and locked in. And you're going to gently lower yourself down to the bench. So your chest comes up, push back up. What you're not doing, you're not head banging the bench, okay? This is not a press up. Press up is your body is nice and still. You're pivoting from your feet and you're lowering your body down to the bench this way. If you find this a little bit too hard though, you can just pop your knees down. My upper body is still nice and straight, and I'm gonna lower myself down and push back up that way. Now, if you are looking for a very good quality bench that is perfect for your home gym, I recommend Fed Fitness. They're great. They've got a whole range of home-based equipment, and they're actually the sponsors of the Houston Rockets as well. There's a link in the description if you want to check that out. Now, the third exercise I'm going to show you is going to predominantly work on your back and your biceps, but also has a very good core stability component to this as well. So the way you're going to do it, you're going to sit yourself on a bench this way, okay? You're going to take one leg out to the side, so your knees are kind of in the same plane, and my hips are now in a straight line. What I'm not doing, I'm super close, and you can see my hips are on an angle that way. So they're out nice and wide, everything is nice and straight. You're imagining that the bench is the same height as the knee on this side, keeping me nice and straight. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put one hand on the front of the bench this way, I'm going to put the weight on the floor. And you can see that my shoulders now are nice and straight as well. So everything is in a nice straight line. This back leg may be a little bit bent. I'm gonna grab the dumbbell this way and I'm gonna bring it up so I'm in a nice straight line. I'm gonna bring my elbow back behind my body and the end of the dumbbell sticking out from my pinky finger will come up towards my hip that way, okay? That's gonna be the perfect spot for you to be doing it. Let the arm come down again, a little bit of a stretch, pull back up. As you can see, nice and slow. Down, maybe 1 second up, and 1, 2, 3 seconds down that way. My core is stabilizing me, otherwise I'd fall over, okay? So you're gonna do 12 to 15 on one side, 12 to 15 on the other side with good form. Again, if you've got a weight that you can do 30 reps with, you're stopping at 15, you need to grab a heavier weight, okay? Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope I've convinced you that you don't need tons and tons of extra protein in your diet. You can actually get strong just by strength training because that is the key driver of strength and muscle gain. Now, I'm gonna leave a video in the top left-hand corner where I talk about creatine and how that can help you build some muscle as well, providing your training. So head over to that video there and I'll see you very shortly.